looks like he's actually gaining on these two. But let's see what they do. Smithical doesn't pit, Samster doesn't pit, does Indigo pit? No.
I think they're just going to stay out on their tyres. Do you think they can make them last?
Well, a pit stop,
well,
pit stop here is only 17 seconds.
16.
16, whatever.
Found it out yesterday. It was 16.
I thought it was 17, obviously. We agreed on.
Well, no, it was 16.
Okay, then it was 16, but
Oh, Shadow Hunter is catching up to the back of his teammate, it looks
indeed.
like. Is his teammate? Yeah.
Nice corner cut.
Fresh. Yeah, it was a beast corner cut. Is he just going to let him through? You would think so. He's on the fresher rubber. Still side by side, not letting him out the racing line, is he?
He's
yeah, he's backed off now. He's backed off. He's backed off now.
Team orders?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Tom just didn't want to get in the way.
Us two would do that. We'd do that, you know, because obviously I'd come out just behind him because he's bad, still on his old tyres. I'd come out on my new ones just behind him. He'd let me through, I'd win the race.
Name me a point where that's happened.
That'd work normally.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Probably never.
Exactly.
Russia?
Well, no, because you
Let me through?
I never let you through. You forced your way through because you had enough.
I got my way through. Okay. I'm letting you know I was there.
Whatever.
Then you know. It was all clean, it was all fair.
We'll see what lap time Shadow does here, see if it was actually worth pitting. He is actually going to set the fastest lap of the race, so 1:16.6, but he's only about maybe half second to 3/4 of a second a lap quicker.
He's still corner cuts turn 2 when he's not practicing.
Oh yeah.
It is corner cut at every lap I've been on board with him. The only reason why I couldn't get him 3 times for corner cut is because he pitted in one of his laps. Obviously avoids that corner. Maybe that's why he pitted.
Maybe.
But he's still cutting it, even though he did pit.
Well, he does that.
See, what he's got to do is break a bit earlier for turn 1 to get the run off for turn 2.
He just doesn't need to turn in too early. Now, whoever's in third, which I think is Indigo, has had his lag spike.
He has indeed.
So he hasn't lost a position this time around, unlike he normally does.
He's lost a lot of time on this lap. He's just done a 1:21. And speaking of 21, look at that lap.
There we go.
Now. Inspirational scenes here. Yeah.
Oh,
Please,
somebody's pitting,
boys,
and that is it. Fozzie in? Yes, it is Fozzie.
Can we do the 21 boys, please?
Do we have to?
Oh my god.
Tom James pits as well.
Both turn 1 and turn 2 in that lap.
I want to see what lap times the leaders are doing. Smithical once, but quite high 17s. Samson's actually doing mid 17s, so that's why he's right on the back of him, as I can just see them coming through turn 10. But let's see what Shadow Hunter did that 1:16.6 and a 1:16.8, so he's about a second and about a second a lap quicker than the two leaders.
Well, they might think they can stay out, you know, depending on when the rain stops.
Let's have a look, see if either in pit. No, not this time around. Let's see what Mr. Indigo does. He stays out as well. Lapping around about the same pace as the two leaders. F1 Speed does pit.
Very interesting.
It looks like the rain is dying down though. Probably would have been better to pit a little bit earlier, but not my call, is it? So next up for Shadowhunt. So next up for Shadowhunter to overtake now is Ewan, who's back up into P5, but we've seen in this race that he has struggled slightly in these conditions.
A little bit of pressure of a higher division as well. You
Well,
know,
he didn't
in F4.
he didn't crack in qualifying, did he?
It's the race you're more likely to crack in, as we know, bottle job.
Did I do that last night?
Well, no, but it's now hollow F1 division. It is. F1 division is now hollow. You've only got really me to race with.
Well,
That's why next season.
well, no, I would count Jamie in that.
Hopefully.
And Jamie, when he just had a bad weekend. True, Jamie.
I would count Nicole as well.
Not very intelligent with a controller.
Who else would I include? Dizzy, when it's not raining.
No, because he's a dirty.
I know he can be aggressive, yes, but he is a quick driver.
No, everyone just puts me in a pit wall nowadays. So
Like, Dizzy Cupid.
Shadowhunter now closing in on the back of you in here. There's going to be the battle for P. Nice corner code there, Shadow. I don't know how you've managed to do that.
he does that.
As he comes through turn 9 up the hill now into turn 10. I would think he should be able to make a move out. Well, it's either going to be into turn 1 or turn 4. There are your two main overtaking opportunities on this track. And out in front, Smithfield looks like he's pulled away slightly from Samster these last couple of laps.
I don't think Shadowhunter has the confidence around Brazil in the wet.
Maybe.
No, I don't think he can cope with a wet Brazilian. That's what. Shadowhunter gets scared at these things.
No, it's coming to turns 1 and 2. Done it again. He's going to make a move.
It's interesting. You think Samster's on a wheel, isn't he? But Smithfield's not getting away that much. He's got about a 1.5, 2 second lead, you'd say, but he's not pulling away at the rate. Well, I'd expect him to anyway.
Yeah.
Samster's quick, obviously, but it's just.
I think Samster has just kind of maybe looked at Smithfield's lines, maybe, and just thinking where he could perhaps gain a little bit of time to stay with him, which he has done.
Well, done at Rosberg in Malaysia? Yeah. Just sit behind his teammate and work out where he's quicker. Yeah. Because they're not allowed to tell him over the radio anymore.
See, what I've noticed is a lot of people are having trouble with turn 2 in the wet. It's like,
oh, Samster pits. Samster pits from seconder.
Maybe the rain isn't. Well, I said lap 25 the rain was going to go, and it's still.
And I said 28.
I don't think any of.
I said 32.
I don't think any of us are going to be right.
If you said 32 and he's pitting for inters, and there's going to be no sign of it stopping yet.
Shadowhunter's now done a 16 points. I tell you what, Shadowhunter's going to be close to Samster. He could be ahead of Samster. He could actually have an undercut here.
Don't think we need to pit.
He's just gone. Well, yeah, and indeed, Shadow's ahead. Shadow's ahead of Samster.
Shadow's got through. Yep. Samster's just come out ahead of you.
So if Smithical pits this lap, he's going to be right with Shadow. Shadow's brought himself into play here with this undercut.
Well, he's right behind the Ferrari of, I think, John Digweed.
Oh!
Look at him! He spun! Oh,
Commentator's curse.
Deary me, Michael. That's just the overspeed in that corner there. Fresh tyres versus old ones. Gonna be annoyed at himself there, but no, it's what more can you do? It's just more of a racing incident.
Yep.
Start to judge.
Yeah, well, I'm writing it down anyway because I have to. But
yeah,
it's a racing. It's
unfortunate.
It's a racing incident. It's not John's fault at all.
No, it's neither the fault really. Can't do anything about it.
So that's now put Shadow back behind.
John Digweed has pitted.
That's put Shadow back behind Samson now. So that undercut that he did have, he's now lost, and he's actually back behind Ewan again. So who leads this?
All that good work. All that good work.
So Smithical's stayed out. So Indigo's actually pitted. So he's actually got he's still got an undercut on Indigo. So he's getting a position, which probably should have been 2, maybe even 3, but it's still a net gain. A small one.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Well, Indigo had his lag spike, didn't
That
he?
as well. Is that F1 speed now after making his pit stop on closing in on Indigo? Indeed it is.
Race director. People who have not
Ewan.
stopped are Smithfield and Ewan. Those are the only 2 who have stayed out on their inter still. If Smithfield pit in this lap, indeed he does. Coming to the pits on lap 26.
It's a good ball actually. Could he lose the lead?
Well, it's inevitable he's going to lose the lead, really.
Well, here comes Samster now as he comes down the pit straight. Smithfield's left
like
his
he's
box.
going to pit, is he? No, he don't.
This is going to be
now.
very close actually.
Shadowhunters has took third away here.
Indeed, Samster's undercut Smithfield, so Samster's retaken the lead of this race.
Again, people having trouble with turn 2.
That was a great pronunciation of 2 there.
2.
That was brilliant.
So Ewan now the only person not to have pitted, and he's just going to drop through the field again.
Is that Ewan?
Yes, it is. Ewan in 4th place. He's now got Edamar Mr. Indigo closing in on the back of him.
But I think always around him got a pit stops lead over him.
Being power sladed that car.
Here's a question, guys, that I've just actually been asked by Righteous Tag. A driver has had 2 wheels over the pit lane exit, penalty or not, as Indigo is all over the back of Ewan.
Well, the rules state if you've got 2 wheels inside the white line.
No, this is pit exit.
Oh, pit exit. You have to be inside the white lane when you're exiting the pit. So it's a penalty.
Yeah. If it's one wheel, they can let him off.
If they lost control, then it could be written down as nothing. But if the
well, this is to defend the position.
Hang about, right? Oh no, he said the entrance now. Well, if it's the entrance, then yes, because he's given me a penalty for it last night, as well as other people.
Yeah, because if you noticed on Brazil that most people drive towards the pit lane just to cut it to gain the time.
Well, we're not allowed because the rules. We don't. We are sensible.
It's all right. It's all right in qualifying, because everybody does it in qualifying. But during the race, you can't.
Gonna have a quick check and see how many views we have now as the battle for the lead starting to hot up again as Smithfield down the inside.
He's got it. He's got it. That was a great move. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Damn, both have still got 3 viewers.
Well done, Smithfield. Got 3 viewers, but it's that's not good. I look for positives there, but.
Oh, Sam's to get a little out of shape on the exit at turn 4. And Smithfield's already pulling away from him.
They're really playing Smithfield down.
And Indigo now is catching up to the back of Shadowhunter here for what is for P3. So if Shadowhunter didn't hit the back of John, he would actually have been the net leader because he undercut Samster and Samster managed to undercut Smithfield.
Well, these things happen.
Indeed, they do. Yeah.
No. It is racing. And incidents do occur, it's unfortunate, it looked like a racing incident from our part. But, it happens and Michael just has to keep his head down and drive on. But I'm sure if he keeps on with that pace, he can, be a real force at the end of the race or in this middle stint.
Well, just looking at fastest laps at the moment, and currently that goes to NMR Mr. Indigo on a 16.102. just ahead of his teammate Smithco's done a 16.190. So the Force Indias are the quickest out on track at the moment, and they're currently first and fourth. But obviously we have Samster and Shadowhunter in the way, but Indigo looks like he could be making a move very soon on the back of the Mercedes driver for that final podium paying position. And Samster once again, even though he's been overtaken by Smithco, he's not getting away from him again.
Well, Smithco, I don't think has had a great lap here being on board with him. He's not had the best of laps. I'm going to be perfectly honest, he's just run wide in a few places. Not really maximising the track as much as he'd like to in this lap.
Indigo now, as he comes through Juncker, is all over the back of Shadowhunter. The rain looks like it's easing.
Does look like it's slowing
Indeed,
down
as Indigo is going to go the outside line into the center S here. Shadowhunter trying to outbrake him on the inside. He'll have the racing line, but Indigo's still got a nose there through turn 2. Well, Shadowhunter's got a better run. Manages to hold on for now, but as he comes through turn 3, down the straight, into turn 4, can Indigo get in the slipstream and get close enough to make a move down the inside? He's going to. Yes, he's going to, but no, Shadow just about hanging on there. Into the 4. Indigo just looks like he's got a lot more speed compared to Shadow here. Shadow pitted on what? Was it lap 18 or something?
I think like 16. Do you want me to have a look on the race director?
Why not?
We'll have a look. As I shove another forkful into my mouth.
I can hear that fork scraping along the plate.
Just to get all the access fucking face.
Right, so Shadowhunter FX.
It's on. 9 o'clock, boys. Say what you want.
Well, it's 10 past 9.
He hit on the end of lap 17, he did.
As Indigo now is going again for a move on the outside into turn 1. Can he get the move done this time around? Shadowhunter once again later on the brakes into the first turn. Indigo's got the cutback. He's got the outside of 2 and through. There he goes. Indigo with a fantastic move on Shadowhunter. He takes that final podium paying position as the rain is definitely now pretty much it's nearly stopped. It looks like it's just a bit of drizzle at the moment.
Yeah.
And there's a
what's going to be interesting?
A drier line.
Say if the rain eases up to about lap about 37-38 from here, maybe up to 40. Do they go 2 options?
Or 1 prime.
Or do they try and go for a prime stint?
I'd say I'd
go all the way to the end.
I'd go 2 options.
I'd go for the prime stint.
I'd go 2 options because it's a shorter pit lane here compared to the rest of the circuit. It's 16 seconds.
Looks like I was right with lap 32 that the rain would stop.
Well, you're right, but they're still on inters and it still is inters. You're closer than us.
Yes.
But it's a hollow victory, I think, in terms of who's predicted.
It's not, okay? Just give me this victory once. I haven't had a victory in XRL yet.
Oh, okay.
I came close in Russia, though. You know, it was 4th.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's like Gary here. This is, with his child blinds, a goal just dries up. When he says them. Bless him.
Holy moly! John Digweed's done a 1:15.6.
That good.
Considering the next quickest lap time is a 16.1.
That is just, you know... Yeah, Joe.
Samster.
Yeah.
Samster is
inspirational.
Inspirational scenes here.
Samster is still there. He's still on Smithical.
Don't worry, I was busy doing stuff.
You were too busy eating your face to just say inspirational. You ruined it.
Well, inspirational scenes here.
Joe has ruined his own word.
He has.
Yeah, lap times are getting quicker now. I think. Indigo pulling away from Shadow Hunter, who on his older intermediate tyres is starting to struggle slightly.
XRL Fuzzy pits. Is he going on the options or prime?
Let's have a look. Oh, is he going for another in?
So is John. John's pitting as well. Options it is.
He's gone on options.
And
no,
John
your car's
has
gonna
got.
play,
John's got
Fuzzy.
options as well.
Well, the options on a damp track are going to be better, aren't they? Because you're going to get a bit more grip. They can heat up a bit better.
Yeah, they'll heat up quicker, but you know you'll have more grip on the primes, especially if it's just a bit damp.
Don't have more grip on the primes. Oh, just seaweed there running wide.
Still a bit of spray, but let's see how he takes turn 4.
Oh, no, it's still not quite dry yet. Oh, John Digweed is struggling quite badly here. Yeah,
it's at that crossover point. Fozzie's actually doing pretty well.
He is,
Yeah, but he's not going to last to the end.
The leaders are in. The leaders have pitted, but Indigo stays out. Well, he had to because his teammates got in.
Yeah, I have similar issues.
XRL Fozzie's going to have to do 2 steps, whereas if you're on the primes, you can go to the end and win the race.
No, because if you think about it, the options are about a second a lap quicker, and if you're only we got what 30. We got 37 laps, 37 racing laps, and if you're losing 16 seconds for a pit stop and you're going 1 second a lap quicker, you're still going to finish 20 seconds ahead, nearly.
21.
Yeah, exactly. The options are the quicker.
Oh, Smithco's made a mistake here. Sam's gonna have a look at him. Both on the options. They're not up to temperature, you'd think, at this point. No, he thinks better of it. Doesn't quite have the traction. Speed Demon's spamming me with messages again. No, I will talk with my mouth full. You arse. I can say what I want now.
Indigo's gonna lose.
Pass the water.
Indigo's gonna lose our big style.
Past the watershed.
That's what happens when you're not the lead car, and yeah, Indigo is going to be. He could even struggle to keep third, and there's 3 cars that are within about 3 seconds of each other.
It's interesting here. Sumster doesn't have DRS actually, for some reason. Maybe it's not active yet because some people are still on Inters.
Yeah, Tom Chambers was one of them as well as Indigo. Let's see if he has it this time around as they come through turn 3.
No, he does not. There's still a bit of spray coming off the tyres. You know, obviously, slicks are the way to go here. But, well, Indigo didn't really lose out much because he was never really close to the top 2. Wasn't that close? I'd say he's
somebody who is closing in on somebody is F1 Speed on the back of Shadowhands of the 4. Tom Chambers is still out on intermediates.
Well, nothing to really lose, has he?
Tell you what, actually, let's look at this. I want to see what lap times the rest of them are going to be doing. I'm going to go and see what F1 Speed does on his lap and then see what Tom does. Well, actually, saying they probably will pit at the end of this lap because it's now pretty much bone dry.
Yeah, don't see if this was last night and it dried up here. I don't think I'd try and stay out. I don't think it would have worked.
F1 Speed has got a fantastic run through Jean Cow, and as they come through this little kink left-hander, he's definitely going to have. Is
DRS going to be active?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Tom James is struggling now on the inside.
The inside line, the overspeed. Surely going to get this down to turn 1.
Oh, he's got a bit deep.
Breaks himself a bit.
Shadow coming there. Oh!
He's coming back. He's run really wide.
Wes goes through.
Oh. Having a big moment there.
There's a battle for the lead, actually. There's a
battle
for the lead, and so Samson's taking the lead from Smithical. On these dry tyres, Samster has taken the lead.
It's still a bit treacherous out here on these dry tyres. There's still spray coming off the tyres. People are sliding a little bit.
Did
still.
Tom Chambers pit?
Yes, he's on primes. He's going to the end.
The only person who is on primes.
That's made you very happy.
That's made me very happy indeed.
Well, let's see what lap times everyone's going to be doing. Obviously, Samster's now taken it. He's pulled away slightly from Smithical as well. So, Samster looking good here at the moment. We've still got, 34 racing laps still to go. But he's retaken the lead back that he had briefly at the very beginning of this race. And he's back where he is. Well, Smithical only sitting at 117 that light. Whereas Samster did improve on his PB as well, actually. It does seem to be that maybe the tyres aren't getting up to temperature. That the grip isn't there quite yet.
No, so I did mention they're still sliding out. There's still spray coming off the tyres.
I mean, there is enough grip for these option tyres, but they're just not getting the power down. Actually, John Digweed's improved. John's actually done a slightly better 15.6, so he's one person who is getting the hammer down. Are you still eating?
Oh yeah. It's hard to commentate corner cut and do it at the same time.
Well then why don't you send your food this way then, and I'll eat that, and you can do your corner cut. How does that sound?
That sounds bad because I'm sure Joe
Well, we send it through the post.
all his chicken and his fish and his chips.
I don't think
I'll send it to you through the post.
He'll send you the bones of the chicken.
All over the internet, actually, because you love, things over the internet.
Samster's now improved to a 16.0, so the tyre seems to be getting up to temperature now. Where's
moving on with the
Wes does a 16.0 as well. So yeah, the track's getting quicker. Samster has about 300. By 300 a second, he's got.
The track's drying out, which is making people quicker. The track isn't going quicker.
Right.
Come on, track. You can get first place.
Fucking hell. Jesus, inspirational commentating right here tonight. I don't think we're all on it.
It does make sense when you say the track's getting quicker because the rubber's being laid down and there's a dry line starting to appear.
But the track's not racing.
I got disqualified. Corner cutting.
I give up.
If you're looking at Brazil trying to race around Russia, it wouldn't work.
Inspirational commentating.
Got there, Adam.
So I'm just busy sending a message to Chris because he's apparently saying about that thing with the wheels of the pit entrance. Apparently it was up different circumstances, but how can it be different circumstances?
Who knows? He makes stuff up.
During the race, it's a penalty. If it's during qualifying, it's not.
It's nothing.
Tom Chambers just had a 2-second lag spike.
Has he?
Oh, I heard Wes there doing a bit of nearing.
Tom didn't have a lag spike there because he's just done a 16.2. Oh, I see. I was caught. Apparently it's down to someone having no front wing. $15.7.
So they have no front wing. They put 2 wheels over the pit lane and they're still racing with no front wing. It's a penalty. Because you should pit if you have no front wing because you're not going to have any turning whatsoever.
Wow, Sam's 14.3 on that last lap.
Beat Demon playing F1 2014 now. Clearly had enough of the stream.
Coming on to give you some inspirational racing tips.
Wes is doing a lot of nearing at the moment. He really is. He doesn't seem confident applying the throttle with his traction there.
Oh yes, guys, we've got 8 viewers.
Yes! Hello internet. How are you today? Get in there.
Corner cut checks are done.
Interesting that we are.
I know, and I've still got many people
Apparently
to
we're
do.
7 laps behind the GP2 division. Who's winning the GP2 division? Let's have a look.
I'm gonna go
probably
with
Dizzy
Davey.
Cupid.
I'm gonna go
Well,
Gravy.
it's on Dizzy Cupid and he's P2.
I'm gonna go Davey. I'm not looking at it, by the way.
I bet you Chris is doing corner cut checks when he should be on the battles.
I need to say to Chris he needs to start his stream, actually.
But
Probably be a good idea.
There to do corner cutting checks.
Come on, Wes. Stop corner cutting the pit lane. Oh,
Shadow down the
nowhere.
inside.
Shadowhunter. I did not see that. Done a 13.6 is surely off the fastest lap, and it is. The 13.6 for Shadowhunter there, with DRS assistance and slipstream. Great lap time there.
All Chris says back to me is KK.
He does
Yeah.
that.
Has Michael sent you another friend request there during this race?
Me?
Yeah.
No, he sent me it in the lobby.
Ah. But he wants you to be his friend, Joe.
No, he's on a month suspension.
Oh, a month.
A month? Or no, 28 days.
Why? Because he's been an absolute arse.
Dive bomb me in Russia for no reason.
Well, F1 Speed now is still going to be... He's still got the DRS on there, Shadowhunters. He does a 14.3, his new PB into turn 1. Shadow just slightly later on the brakes. That's a hit. Hang on to the position by F1 Speed. Oh, he's messed up turn 2 and 3 there. I thought he was going to have a run down into turn 4, but he's not going to have that now. He's deploys his DRS very late. Is it me or does Wes think he maybe look like he's under a little bit of pressure, even though he shouldn't be? Because at the moment, as position stands with Smithical second and Wes in fifth, he has won the title.
Gotta wait and see. Oh, Fozzie there getting very wide on the exit there. A corner which I do not know the name
just
of.
say it's turn 9.
Doesn't look like there's count on the racing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
According to Hail King Thomas, just sent me a message, so good evening to you, Tom. He said, well, Speed bottling it, I see. Well, not necessarily, actually. He did, where did he qualify, actually? Let me have a look. He qualified in 7th.
High up, I think.
So he's getting places.
He's going to have a great qualifying.
Yeah, he's getting places. Smithical's actually back in the lead. Off camera, not seen it. Smithical has retaken the lead. He's done a 1 minute 12.3. What?
Wow.
What?
Wow, quite quick.
Jesus Christ. Wow, that's... Is anybody else in the 12s? The next... Oh, actually, John Digweed won 12.7. But wow. Smithical laying the gauntlet.
Chambers is in the 14.5. That's what I'm doing in the drive. Like race pace, 14.5. Maybe 13.
Banter.
Well, when it's dry I can only do like 25s because I'm still on inters.
Well,
when it's dry I can do 40s if I'm on wet.
Well, when it's dry, it was only dry for us for the first 19 laps until we pitted, so we couldn't really get any.
No, I think like some 12s are in there with DRS assistance.
What, my 112.8?
No,
Actually, no, mine actually wasn't. Mine actually wasn't. Nicole's.
No, yours wasn't, but it was with corner cut assistance.
It actually wasn't, actually, to be fair. Nicole's 12. Well, hers, which was Nicole's, which was 1,000th quicker than mine, did involve DRS.
Mario karting and corner cutting.
Mario Karting, yes, I agree. Tomo's sending me a message in big bold capital letters. Come on, Smithical. And 5 exclamation marks.
You,
Well, Samster actually is now closed back up onto Smithical. Smithical having a bit of a poor lap, and he's gone very wide actually at the exit of Zhongao.
Yeah.
Kicking up the dust.
Let's put it this way: if Wes stays where he is, or he's won the championship.
1:12. Yes, he has. 1 minute 12.4 for Samster on that lap with DRS.
1 minute 12.5 for speed.
Oh, someone's pitting.
For anyone who's confused.
Who's pitting? Is that Shadow?
Shadow Hunter.
Why?
Yep.
With 25.
Gone into a set of options.
25 laps to go.
Gonna put on fresh
How
laps
long
and
has he been on those options?
Undercut.
I think it's like
10
14 laps. No, 14?
I'll have a look here.
It's about 12 laps.
It
About
is
12
14 'cause
laps.
People were... No, 13 laps. Because everybody went at... Oh, yeah, 13.
He
'cause everybody
pitted
cut it
on
at
lap 34.
So 12 laps.
And he's just pitted on lap 45, so 11 laps.
My.
Wow. He can easily make them last 20 laps.
I think
45 is going to be a bit of a
I
stretch.
think he's just desperate to get a win or a podium of some sort.
Well, we knew he was desperate anyway. Not just in that way.
If he can make them last 25 laps, then...
Ewan's made a
but,
mistake
that's what
somewhere
I'm
because he's down into 9th now and Tom Chambers is in 8th. I think he's made a big... either that or he's pitted. As we are side by side for
on the race tire.
5th and 6th, and Fozzie is all over the back of John Digweed here. Either that or John's just overtaken Fozzie. I think John may have just overtaken him. Let's go on board with Shadow Hunter for a lap. See what you can do on these brand new options.
Probably do quite a good lap.
Probably getting the 11s. If he can.
No, he'll get a mid 112. Keeping it clean at least.
There's always a positive in there.
Wes is looking comfortable in 4th with a gap over John Digweed anyway.
Well, yeah, Wes was battling with Shadow Hunter, but obviously he's going for an undercut of some sort.
Nice first.
The sound... Oh, right. Oh, Ewan.
Oh, I've done something bad there. Hey, the sun's coming out in Brazil on the track here a little bit. It looks a lot brighter.
Well, so
Hey.
Mexico has the fastest lap.
Shadow did a
1.052.
112 flat.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And Indigo as well.
Mr.
As well,
Indigo.
112.0.
Yeah.
So even though Shadow's on fresher tyres, he's only done a 112.7 on that previous lap.
There was 28,000 between Smithical and Indigo.
Indeed there is.
Ewan's just done a 12.5. He didn't hit again, I don't think.
So he must have had either lag or he made a mistake.
If I was going option, I would pit in lap 50.
No,
Take it
no,
to the
it's... Well, if the...
I'll probably go about
52, so you can
53.
split into 2 equal segments.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm very OCD.
I do that as well. So yeah, F1 Speed, very comfortable in 4th place at the moment. John has now got pulling away from Fozzie, who seems to be struggling a little bit. John's done a 112.2. Fozzie has got it. This is his PB. It's a 13.3, but he's still a little bit off the pace. Shadow Hunter now 12.5 on him on that previous lap, so he's getting quicker, but he's still not setting the pace alight. Then we have obviously got Tom Chambers on these prime tyres. It's not really going to gain in anything. I think, look, Shadow in 7th place. Look how far ahead he is. And then you've got, obviously, Ewan, who's made a mistake somewhere a few laps ago, closing in on the back of him already.
That was a great corner cut there by Ewan.
12.3 from Ewan on that previous lap.
Stacey says hello.
Good evening, Stacey. Smithical improves again on his 1:12.0 to a 12:039. Nearly a 3. Could have been a 3:3, but
if you're gonna say hello there, Adam, you've got to do it in a deep voice. You've got to just, hello. You've got to go for it.
Hello.
Hello. Ewan's catching up to the back of a Mercedes here.
Tom Chambers.
Which Mercedes
Tom.
is that? That could be Tom. He's closing up. He's got good pace on the dry, Ewan. His mistakes which he's made, his pace on the inside at the start. It's costing, probably a decent position here. He looks very competitive in the drive, but the race is over 71 laps, and unfortunate for him.
These things happen.
They do. It is racing. Just realising, Ozzy with his fastest lap has 3-3s in it. That is just... Oh, we love that here. We love that. We have 21 laps till the finish here on board with John Dickweed. Other people are on lap 51.
Huge gap between F1's speed and Mr. Indigo, and then there's a huge gap between F1's speed. Who's that?
John
Digweed?
John Dickweed.
Oh,
There's a no man's
Ewan
land.
trying to take a look on the inside into turn 10 on Tom Chambers. They come down the hill into Juncao now. And he should pass him down the straight. He's got the better tyres, he's got the better grip, he has the better traction. It's a case of getting the slipstream. Rich makes a DRS open if he doesn't have a failure, which he doesn't. And here we go into the slipstream of the Mercedes. Does Tom Chambers defend at all? No. Ewan pulls to the inside now into turn 1. Beautifully done. Good move from Ewan. He takes 8th place, but Tom Chambers will have the DRS now down to turn 4. It's a case of, is he going to be close enough, or will he stay behind? And he's gaining, he's not close enough though. So Ewan is up into 8th place now. Shadowhunter still.
To be fair, Tom Chambers could have broke a bit later there to gain a bit of ground on him.
Shadowhunter's still not setting the pace alight, even on these brand new tyres.
Well, you got to think, if people are doing option, which they have to, unless they're trying to do 30 odd laps, or John think we're running wide down the braking. But if they're to try to do 35 laps and options, you got to think they're going to pit twice. Not twice, pit once more. Option. They're going to be pitting soon. The tyres are still good. To think some of them would try and go to the end.
Well, if Tom Chambers pits the next lap for options, he could go to the end and gain a couple of positions.
It's not unheard of to do 35 laps and options around there. The tyres can last quite well. Like 25 is about your limit.
It's depending on how you control the exit of the corner, if you're going to widen them quick or not.
And also whether you first gear all the time.
Yeah, if you're first gearing, it's just going to wire big time.
Tell you one thing I have noticed is the fact that on lap 40, not lap 44, but Samsa's been losing a lot of time these last few laps to Smithical.
Tyres?
I'm not sure, but I just noticed the gap has been opening up, and it looks like Indigo is now closing in on Samster. Could we have a Force India 1-2?
Looks like it, because there's a huge gap between 2 and 3.
Oh, John think we're getting out of shape there. The exit turn 4. Holds it together nicely.
Shadowhunter.
That was a great save.
Shadowhunter's now done a 12.3 and he's inning on the back of XRL Fozzie in the Red Bull.
Tom Chambers looks as if he's starting to lose a bit of grip in them primes.
Did you ever note down the incident Shadowhunter
I did indeed.
Good, because I didn't.
Shadowhunter now
That was a
coming
very
down the
creepy
hill in towards Junkel, closing in the back of Fozzie. Lovely corner cut there, Shadow. As they climb up the hill now, he's going to be within, it's definitely within 1 second, he's going to have the DRS. Will he make a move down into turn 1? Is Fozzie going to defend DRS flap open? Fozzie defends to the middle of the circuit, goes to the inside line to defend Shadow. Look at the overspeed from Shadowhunter though. And he's just about got the car stopped. Nah, he just got the car stopped. And he made it clean through turn 2. Oh my.
Wow, I may actually leave this session now.
May have to,
Can Fozzie do anything no in this DRS zone? He's closing up, but he's not quite got that. Think he could make a
Tomo
move in
has
turn
just sent me a
6 here?
message saying hello, sounds weird from Paul and Joe.
Yeah.
And I think lap 58 to 60 is the last pit stop. Sounds weird from you
Why does
two.
it sound weird from us?
Don't know.
Lap what? 58?
58 to 60.
I think it's going to be before that, to be honest.
Well, we've got
Shadow
17
Hunter
racing.
for
We've still got
Pittsburgh,
17
lap
racing laps to go on. Some of them have been in his tyres for about that distance now. So we could be seeing pit stops from the next 2 laps.
Pit around now.
Well, Shadowhunter is going to be pitting before lap 60 anyway, because he's been, you know...
Well, he may not pit again.
Longer.
He could easily go to the end. I think he was just trying to go for an undercut on everybody in front of him. Why do we sound weird anyway? What?
Don't know.
Come on. It's not very nice. I've got feelings. You're hurting them.
Why are you lying for, Joe? You have no feelings.
I'm a cruel arse.
You
I
are
am.
just a
I'm
massive
arse.
arse.
I'm a massive arse.
You're the
In
gender.
fact, I can't have feelings for people over the internet. That's my problem. Adam.
Moving on.
Pointing out the obvious.
Jesus Christ, I need to get a break.
They need to quit smoking.
Seems as he's getting a drink. We can take over
No, I
the
never said I was
commentary
going
here.
to.
No more Adam for the...
Indigo pits.
Don't disappoint us. As Indigo comes into the pits, he's not disappointing us. He's not a letdown. He's going to go on another set of options, you
Channel
would
1
think.
has no Channel 1 has no viewers.
F1 Speed's going to take... No.
How many does Channel 2 have? The Illuminati confirmed, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
F1 Speed is taking third now.
Well, you got to think he's going to pit again. Indigo's coming out in 4th place here. So he's got clean air.
Well, I don't know what sounds silly. There's actually no echo if he was on about that. So there's nothing wrong. Maybe it's just that he doesn't like something you've said, Joe. I don't know.
What are you on about?
Tomo, because he said that you and Paul sound silly. I wonder if it's... I was checking the stream to see if it was my sound quality. There's nothing wrong with the stream at all tonight. It's all perfect, so happy days.
Is there Alvin the Chipmunk and Darth Vader?
Nope, don't have any of that. Because he never said me. Somebody's in the pits.
Yeah, I think the top 2 are
Smithical
stopping. Yeah, Samster's
and Smithical's in.
stopping, and Smithical has stopped. Going for another set of options, predictable.
Where's in?
Don't have to run the prime tire,
Where's
of
is
course.
in?
Yep.
Oh, Indigo. Where's
Yeah,
Indigo?
in
Is
as
it
well.
Indigo? Oh, is that...
Indigo's already pitted.
I've just had my lag spike of the race.
I've not had mine yet, strangely
I've
enough.
just
I
had
normally
mine now.
I'm going to start forward with Indigo here because his first flying lap on these options, what can he do? Can he close up to Samster in second? He's got about a, I'd say about 5-second lead over him. 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, about that. Yeah. Can he make it a Force India 1-2 in Brazil? We'll find out in around 14-15 laps time.
Tomo's just said to me, yes, I agree, Joe is an arse, lol, but we admire his determination to be the biggest arse.
Well, you know, it's a tie
I am a
between-
massive arse.
It's a tie between Joe and Tomo on who's the biggest ass, you know. That's just my opinion because me and Tomo currently have a battle in the championship.
What's the who finishes ahead of who?
Yeah, I'm only 7 points behind him.
But you're still behind him, so that means you're the bigger bottler.
No, I haven't battled.
Indigo
anyone.
looks like he's barely gonna improve. He doesn't improve in his PB actually. Not a good lap.
That reminds me, speaking of Tommy, how is the F1 Dream Team going? Because, well, I don't think I had a bad result with my drivers. I can't remember who my third driver was.
Well, I just used
Perfectly
my Joker, so I made 6 transfers.
Wow.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm gonna be getting more points than Tomo next race.
I'm gonna have a look here. F1 Dream Team. Whereabouts is it? Fantasy F1.
Well, you know about the predictor thing?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
F1 Fox.
Oh yeah, I've joined that as well.
Have you seen my team name?
No. Why would it be?
Called the Bottlebirds.
Ah, okay. I wonder where you got that from.
Me, obviously. I got it from when you know. Oh, was Indigo going to set a fastest? They look like he's setting 11 there, but a bit of lang may be involved. Well, yeah, I got it from your name when you know I had respect for you.
Wes improved his time to 112.239.
Still not
Quicker.
quite the fastest lap.
Getting quicker though. He's, you know, it's just a fresh set of options on. He just wants to heat them up, where he puts that fastest lap in.
Interesting messaging going on from Chris here on my Facebook, involving Gary.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Gary Albon.
yeah.
Guys,
Oh,
just so you
Indigo's
know,
done a
Shadowhunter
111.8.
is all over the back of John Digweed. This is for fourth. Oh, bit of lag there. As John Digweed defends his line on the inside into turn 1. There is actually a lot of lag.
Well, I don't know if I should really say this on screen because it's a bit. We know Gary is a little bit confusing with the old female species, but his thoughts on his new bird Becca. Well, who he thinks is his new girlfriend.
Yeah, the one for coffee, apparently.
Yeah, they went to coffee, shopping, whatever.
Paul, this is...
But apparently,
Sorry to interrupt you. Just got a message from
sorry, I'll finish
Tomo.
this one off.
He says that, Paul, you are a very close second apparently, and keep dreaming. Tomo's going to kick your ass around Brazil.
It's going
Look
to
at the last
kick it off.
Look at the last 8 races, Tomo. Look at the last 8 races. I've beat you. The ones that me and you have both finished, the last 8 races, that me and you both finished, I have beat.
Two things, guys, here. Shadowhunter, the first thing is alongside John Digweed out of his young cow, and he's already alongside him as they hit to the DRS point. Who's got DRS? The answer is neither of them. For some reason, it's a drag race into turn 1. John Digweed later on the mix.
John Digweed's braked early.
He brought late
On the brake.
Shadow gets it.
Nearly
Shadow
steered
gets it,
into
but it
there.
does mean that John is going to have the DRS. No, he doesn't. But he's got the slipstream, and he's going to take that move back, take that position back even straight away into turn 4. Oh, bit of wheel banging. Remember that John was the car that Shadow hit in the backside as he came through 6 and 7. Could it happen again? John's going to be just ahead. Shadow's on the
It's gonna be
inside.
wide there on the inside. keep it clean. Shadow Hunter looks like he's got the place there. Good racing there. Looking at the
F1
stream
Speed's going to
thing.
get in here. Got them up.
Adam, did you enter Tomo's Fantasy League team on F1?
What, are you on about something called the GP Predictor top?
F1-Fantasy League.
No. F1 Fantasy League.
No, I've done the GP Predictor League, where there are there's 17 of us on there.
Oh, and you're in it, ain't you?
Well,
you're in 10th.
Someone's called themselves Bottle Job Racing. I've actually called myself Bottle Job Bobbers, and someone's actually put Bottle. Who's Bottle Job Racing?
oh,
Me. My team name on this is called the Bottlebirds. Oh, John Digweed's run very wide. He's made a mistake. He's allowed F1 speed to creep through. Bad mistake there by John Digweed. Oh, Shadow Hunter's gone wide as well. F1 speed's going to claim 2 places there. Shadow Hunter's going to have the inside line though. So you've got to think F1 speed's got the traction.
He's through. Got the inside into turn 10.
Through. Shadow Hunter going to try cut that.
That was close because both of them were, well, I think it was Shadow Hunter was tapping the wheels of F1 Speed there.
Interesting. Oh, it's on the back of Samster here for second. DRS is going to have to move into turn 1. He's got the move.
Shadow Hunter's going to have
already
DRS
done.
on F1 Speed. Will be a battle for 4th here between F1 Speed and Shadow
Told you
Hunter.
it might have been a force in the one.
Speaking about lag spikes, there's mine. That was brilliant.
They haven't had one yet, so I'm... Oh, turn 4 is going to be...
Sam's the inside of turn 6 on Indigo! What a move! What a move from Samster!
Ow, my ear is right there. Indigo gonna come back at him. Gonna have better traction here. He's already covered. Is he gonna get the move done? He's running outside. He's gonna have the inside there. He's gonna think he's gonna have it done. Wow, this is great racing here.
These two.
Samster's still there with him.
He's gonna have the DR. He's had a decent run out of Jean Cow. He's gonna be in the slipstream up the hill, down the straight, and he's gonna have the RS. Will he make a move to turn 1? Smithfield clear out in front. He should win this race. But what the battle for second is hotting up. Samster now.
Oh, turn 1's going
He's
to be
got the
interesting.
inside.
Oh, Samson's gonna come back at him for second.
He what is?
And he goes holding it
He
around
wants
the
the
outside.
DRS. He's got the better run.
Oh, he's cut back on the
sent back
inside.
in.
He's
He's laying
gonna have
back
DRS. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's backed off. He's laying back through.
Fair play from him.
he's
Fair
got
play from him. Tomo sent me a
play.
message saying, "Fact is, I'm beating in both the Fantasy League and XRL."
Well,
Where are you
Fantasy
in the
League-
Fantasy League? Oh, you're only 8th in the Fantasy League. You're not doing that well. Come on.
Yeah, you're only 2 positions higher than me.
I'm 3rd. I'm actually doing alright. I'm never good at these things.
And going back to XRL, I guarantee after Abu Dhabi you will be behind me. So, learn your place, Tomo. Learn your place.
What, at the back of the queue?
Burn it.
Yeah.
Oh,
where
he
he
sent me
will
another
be.
message. That was meant for Button, apparently. That's what I just read out.
Yeah, well, kind of got the gist of that, Tomo.
Samster's dropped off the back of Indigo here. He's not within DRS. He's got a bit of a pull
Smithfield
out.
is coming up to lap somebody.
Be Tom Chambers.
What about Sid Smithfield on track?
He's gone into turn 6 and 7 now.
So he's about 15 seconds.
Considering how close, but Samster had actually taken the lead from him, and Smithfield's taken it back. Look at the gap he's pulled. Samster's just not had the consistency as the GP2 division has just finished and didn't see who won. The answer is
Gravy.
Andre. Nope, Dizzy. Nope, my apologies, Dizzy Cupid. Dizzy Cupid won from Andre, then Lushness, then RESF1 Italian, then Andy for Andy. Davey did not finish.
Oh, gravy!
So my prediction was right about on.
It was a Mercedes 1-2. No, it's not Mercedes 1-2, no, because Luscious is Mercedes, so it's Mercedes
also-
2-3.
So my prediction.
They can't get 1-2s.
Was
Can't get 1-2s like me and you, Joe, can
Yeah, we're too
they?
good at
this
this.
game.
Well, the Force India 1-2 is on the card.
Indeed,
here.
it is. It's not the first time as well that this will happen. Smithical's actually going to.
Might not be the last
Smithfield
either.
is actually going to lap Tom Chambers. See, we said Tomo, not Tomo, Button, sorry, that the primes weren't the way to go, and look at that, there's the proof. Tom Chambers is now a lap down.
Okay, I was wrong about the tires, but you know this gives me a benchmark to work on tier 6.
Indeed. I don't think Fozzie's actually pitted again, you know, and neither's Don, because they've fallen behind a bit. I don't think they've actually pitted again. Shadow is now starting to struggle.
So who went for Smithical?
I did indeed.
And Camo is always licks up Smithical's ass to get a setup.
Well,
But yet it doesn't work.
it doesn't matter that Smithco's going to be winning, because with 5 laps to go, F1 Speed, currently running in 4th place, will be
Gonna get a hollow
championship.
Just like you have, Adam. Just
Everyone
like you.
this year who's going to win a title is a Hollow
Well,
champion.
actually, to be fair, F1 Speed did drive, you know, consistently well this season, so...
Yeah, he has done well this season. Bear in mind, you know, he's not won it yet. Gotta think, he may not even score points this race. He could get disqualified for his corner cut in the cheating bastard. So, you never know.
I think someone's a Smithical fan.
But, well, no, but I've got to lay down the law on my corner
He's
cut.
going to put his lag switch just for F1 Speed, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's gonna give him lag switch so he gets like 40.
I'm going to turn on my booter now. Make the title race a bit more interesting.
Or like all the 12-year-olds say on Blackouts.
I'm gonna hack you. You're better than me. 1v1 me, hack you, bruv.
Quick badge. You hack that badge. I'm gonna put you offline.
I'm in phase.
Have you ever noticed when on Blackouts people go, I'll beat you offline and you're going to need a new Xbox? You know, you're just sitting there going, so basically you can ruin my Xbox over the internet? No.
It's funny.
Yeah, I just laugh.
I just laugh at them.
I just pushed them over.
Oh.
Especially on Advanced
We
Warfare.
know,
when
we know you
come
like
out,
touching little
Very
kids,
funny.
Adam, but you know, come on.
Well, Adam, like, just destroys them in
I know.
Advanced Warfare when
Can
it
we
comes
just
out as the
like
Terminator.
leave that? It's getting a bit out of hand.
I'm giving you, like, you know, a compliment here, saying that once you break out your Terminator suit, you know, you're just invincible in Advanced Warfare.
Nah, he's not that good at Call of Duty. Not that good.
Joe's just jealous
Of what?
that I'm better with a sniper.
Right. Anyway,
I'm
back
better
to
with
the
a
Tomo
action.
has sent me another message. Difference is Wes deserves it, and
Oh my
Button's jealousy
God.
is a dangerous thing to have.
What?
Your apparently jealousy is a dangerous thing to have. Apparently, that's aimed at you.
Jealous of what?
Cheese?
I don't know what
I don't know.
about me being jealous about, because
He'll
I'm more consistent than
he'll
Tomo,
let us know.
and I've finished higher than Tomo in the last 8 races, so... I don't
Hey,
like
look at the
calling
lap
him
number
jealous
we are
in
on.
the last 8.
69.
Yes. Inspirational scenes here. We cannot do this lap number very often.
Only twice a year, and this is the second time.
69!
Twice.
Monaco.
Monaco, Austria,
Oh, Austria. I forgot about Austria, actually.
Hungary,
Oh, Hungary.
Canada.
No, Canada. You don't. No,
Canada.
Canada, you don't.
It's 70
I
laps.
don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
70
remember.
laps. Trying to think of other tracks now. Germany 67. That may be it. It is indeed. So, you know, we got 4 opportunities.
Well, Australia's 60-something, so we know, like, you know.
Well, Tedemar, Mr. Indigo now in P2 with 2 laps to go. Has pulled the gap to Sam, so the top 3 seems to have settled. In fact, the whole field seems to have settled. So what I'm going to do is, for the last 2 laps, I'm going to go on board with F1 Speed, who has been Mr. Consistent all this season. I don't think he's been a low.
Mr. Hollow.
He hasn't been as low as 5th, I think, this season, or 6th. I'm not quite sure, but he did have that run of 12 consistent or consecutive podium finishes, which did end, you know, his last, you know,
13, I believe.
it was 12, I believe. But, you know, he has had a few difficulties these last few races, but he is, you know, just over a lap and a half away now from taking the title.
Tomo sent me a message saying that I'm jealous of him because he's beat me in 2 leagues. Well, Tomo, do you want to know something? By the end of the real F1 season, I'll be ahead of you in that fantasy league, which means nothing. And the XRL league, I'll be ahead of you after Abu Dhabi. So, you know, learn your place.
Are you that confident you're not going to be ahead of him after Brazil?
No.
Could be, but, you know, you've got Mr. Deeds, Superbra, Schumacher, Pierre Hamilton that are racing, Gary Albon, you know, so not going to finish in the top 5 in Brazil, so...
Interesting now, I have absolutely no sound coming from the... Yeah,
Well, to be fair, Gary Albon is really quick, so... He's going to be...
He's going to start on wet tyres and a dry track, probably, knowing him.
No, he's going to be fighting for a podium.
Anyway, Smithical's coming around the final few corners now, flat out to the line. We're in a very good race here by him. Very, very consistent, good in the wet and the dry. Smithical claiming a win in Brazil. Very great performance.
Indeed.
So, in second place, making a Force India 1-2 is going to be Mr. Indigo here. A few seconds ahead of Samster. He's going to complete the podium. Mr. Indigo going to cross the line in second place here. Great performance by him as well to get through the field from 5th place.
Samster, as you mentioned, he will be 3rd, but no matter what Smithical did tonight, it didn't matter. It wasn't enough. F1 Speed is already celebrated. Down this pit straight. He is the GP3.
20-second penalty for
He is the GP3 champion, and very well done. And congratulations to F1 Speed. Shadow Hunter finishes in 5th. Tomo sends me a message saying that because Paul can't beat me in the next 2 races, we shall see. John comes home in 6th place. Fozzie is just going to hang on ahead of Ewan. He's been struggling these last few laps. Ewan was gaining on him, but it wasn't enough. 1 more lap and he would have done, but 7th for Fozzie, 8th for Ewan in his GP3 debut coming in. So 18.5 seconds was the winning gap. What we'll do is we'll get the top 4 into the box.
Oh, look at that there. I got 1 point in GP3.
We'll get the top 3 into the box. We'll get their thoughts and opinions, and then we'll speak to our champion.
Interesting. Wes has a 20-second in-game penalty.
Nice try. Nice try.
We're going to have to get F1.
Yeah, wow, Button, you overtook me at the beginning of the race. Yeah. How dare you get a point?
Actually, on my screen, on my screen, it says that Azar's got the point. On mine it does.
I'm 11th. No, I'm 11th.
Well, I've got a point in GP3, so I'm happy. So, Tomo, you can't even score a point in GP3, so sit down.
It's all kicking off here, isn't it?
Let's go.
Right, well, we shall await for Samster to acknowledge with his presence, which he has done now. So let's go. Let's firstly go to our top 3 finishes tonight. So Smithical qualifying on the front of the second row in P3. You know, it looked like a very decent qualifying from yourself. And obviously, you seem to be suiting those intermediate conditions very well. You took the lead from Samster, and then obviously you had to repass him through undercuts. But you seem to be very comfortable, and you had, you know, it looked like it was quite easy on that last stint for you.
Yeah. To be honest, it was difficult to get past Samster. I think there was one move where I just had to go for it because I was going too fast into turn 1, but it's probably one of my best races because I just had to sort of not make any mistakes. And the only mistake I made was when we went on the options and, you know, it was too wet and I went deep into turns 4 or 5 and Samson just took my place. But I was pretty happy with that. Just hoping I didn't lag out, which I didn't. And,
Well, you did what you needed to do tonight to, give you any championship hopes alive, which unfortunately have now demolished, unfortunately. But still, it's another race victory for you this season. And obviously, going into it, it does mean that you have got second place in the championship as well, very comfortably. Going to Abu Dhabi, I presume you're just going to go, for that last race, just go out and have some fun, knowing that there's no pressure on your shoulders.
well, yeah, I'll just give it my all. If I can have a race like this tonight, then I should have a good chance of winning. But Digo needs any help.
Oh, team orders. Team orders.
Definitely help. I'll definitely help him.
Well, that's very well done to you, Smithfield, and congratulations to you in your victory tonight. Indigo, let's go over to you. Your 5-second lag didn't actually affect you at all today, which actually makes a change for once, so we won't be hearing any complaining. So it's a Force India 1-2, second place for you. Maintains your third place in the championship, and again another good result for you. Just give us your thoughts.
Well, I got quite lucky and got the leg early on, like lap 20 or something. But we were just doing like lap to lap, pretty much, like constantly matching each other. I mean, I haven't pushed so much and like gained so little in my lap. And
I'm sure there's an innuendo in that somewhere, but yeah, still, it's another good result for you, another podium finish.
Although,
and do you think you can cement that third place, obviously by the end of Abu Dhabi next week?
well, I've always lagged out of Abu Dhabi, so I can get it.
Well, I have in China as well, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. We'll have to see, but still, well done to you. And Samster, dude, a fantastic pole position lap, I must say. That 1:11.1, it was fantastic to see, and it looked like it was going well for you, constantly in the top 2. Chopping and changing with Smithfield a little bit, but that last stint and in the second half of the race, it just seemed to have gone a bit downhill for you.
5-second lag as well. I think 5-second lag didn't help me either. That's what helped Indigo get close up to me.
So I mean, what?
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, all right, fair enough. I mean, well, I thought maybe you would have. I thought victory may have been on the cards for you tonight because you were looking good and you seem to have been matching Smithfield.
First and second stint, yeah. I didn't think I had that great of pace anyway around here, so like I said, I'll take it.
Well, obviously it's a good podium finish for you. Going into the final race, into Abu Dhabi next week, 100% race distance. Are you looking for a similar performance once again to push you up a little bit further in the tables for this last race?
Yeah. Seems I've got quite good pace around there, so hopefully something like I did last season.
Well, congratulations to you, Samster. Now let's go over to our 4th place finisher tonight, and now new confirmed GP3 champion. That is F1 Speed. Wes, fantastic for you. Very well done. Some fake applause there, I think, from the Force India drivers. I don't think they care too much, but still, it's a title-winning season for you. It's been a deserved title-winning season, and again, you've proven again that you can finish consistently in the higher end, scoring points. So, how did your race go?
Quite well, considering not the best starting place, as it was quite a close one once again in qualifying. But no, the rain was okay. It was a case of trying to get in position and work out where everybody else was. And when Smithfield was leading, it was a case of just be 5th. So I was happy with that most of the time. It was a battle with Michaels for a bit, and he did an undercut, which was a bit strange. And then when it came to the dries, and he was battling with John Digweed, it was a case of trying to catch them up. And then John went off, so I took that quite easily. Then Michaels went a little bit off, so I just went for it. And I got him, so I was quite happy to stay 4th.
Indeed. Well, obviously getting that excuse me, that fourth place finish does mean that, as I said, you are the champion this season, and obviously, as I said, very well deserved. And well, once again, congratulations from me, and I'm sure it's everybody else will be thinking exactly the same for you, Wes. So very well done too. Yeah. that has been the GP3 division tonight, guys. Tomorrow night, Wes and myself will be in, and possibly Joe as well, will be in the box for the F4 division for their penultimate race around the Interlagos circuit here in Brazil. Before we have the doubleheader of F5 and T6, who also will be doing 100% race distance, which will be, I'm sure, will be a fantastic spectacle to watch. Could Alex Ham wrap up the title?
It will be Tommel.
Yeah, oh yes, we've had this whole freaking stream for the last part of the race. Tommel and Paul going at it.
What?
But
Going at it?
just about trying to beat one another basically, and who's better than the other.
I got that. Button got that in the back.
So yeah, tomorrow night, guys, F4 championship very close between Harry D and I Leroy. Who can get their hand on the title tomorrow? We'll find out. And as I said, F5 and T6 on Wednesday night. Join us then for that as well. But from the three of us in the box tonight, from our podium finishes and from